to Calvin Christian High School, home of this WCET Russo's Pizza Extravaganza. I'm Andrew Kovac, getting ready for the second game here between the Unity Christian Crusaders and the Squires of Calvin Christian. Getting ready to do the pitching here for Calvin Christian is Emily Goodhart with Macy Verbeek behind the plate. Our umpires today are Mark Worley, a 10-year veteran out of Holland, behind the plate, and Jim Inger, an 18-year veteran out of Muskegon, out on the bases. The two umpires flipped around. Jim was behind the plate on the first game, did an excellent job. Mark did a super job out on the bases. I'm Andrew Kovac coming to you. It's gotten a little bit warmer. We started off this afternoon at 53 degrees. We're a game time temperature right now of 54 degrees. We gained 1 degree. But, you know, sitting out here, I don't know that I feel a 1 degree warmth. Getting ready to lead off the second game was our WCET Russo's Pizza senior spotlight player, Ashley Valdire. And she takes the first pitch and drills it into right field with a base hit. Did I say her name wrong? Oh, okay. I think I'm saying Lubin, right? They're correcting me. Number 24. That's a foul ball. Number 24 in that first game was Allie Lubin. And Allie is up to bat right now. I think I was saying Lubin before, but it's Allie Lubin. I appreciate being corrected. I always like to get these girls' names pronounced correctly. Over to second for one. Back to first. Safe at first. Allie safe at first, forces Ashley out at second for the first out of this second game. And Tori Decker, the catcher, she's a senior, wears number 2, is up to bat. And that's a wild pitch. Taking second base on that wild pitch is Allie Lubin. One ball. I've lost my scorekeeper. Another one foul. And what was really nice about Eli Walcott keeping score, he kept the balls and strikes also. Maybe we can find somebody else that'll keep score of this game. Ball. Mr. Walcott by chance? Huh? No, who are you? Mr. Houtsma, Houtsma? Okay. Foul ball down the left field line. What does Mr. Houtsma do? Do you have kids here, or? Oh, do you? What's her name? Okay, we're trying to catch up the score here and everything. It's 1-0 now, as we had another fielder's choice. We had to put out 4-6 on Julia is safe at first. Nice line drive caught by our second game, the WCET Russo's Pizza senior spotlight player playing the shortstop position, number 13. That is Lauren Steenstra. We'll talk about Lauren a little bit more. Again, trying to get all this stuff done in between games and the lineups in. Has me down just a little bit here. We have Ashley Houtsma's dad, Mr. Houtsma. You got a first name? Dave? Dave Houtsma is, did you volunteer for this job, Dave, or did you get ringed into it? He said yes. That's exactly what Eli Walcott said in the first game. He got ringed into it, and he said he might as well volunteer. It makes it sound better. So, Dave, we want to welcome you to the press box, and thanks for getting that scoreboard up to date for us. It's 1-0 after the first half inning. I'm Andrew Kovac here on WCET with Dave Houtsma, the official scorekeeper on the scoreboard. He's figured out balls and strikes, outs. He's figured out the score is 1-0. The guy must be like an IT guy. I think you did a great job. TV, you're not radio, you're TV. Yeah, you're big time. This is WCET. You're a live broadcast too, by the way. So all of your friends and neighbors, we can get some shout outs for you here in a little while after I get caught up here. Okay, still getting my lineups going here. I might have to do them as we go for Calvin Christian. But leading off will be the third baseman, number 5. Anna Zoot. Anna is a 9th grader. And the first pitch of the game is a strike. And, ooh, nice stop by the shortstop. Fires at the first. Safe at first. Give her a base hit. My neighbor, Macy Verbeek. I've known her since she was knee-high to a grasshopper, along with her older sister, Brooke. I believe Brooke is in college now, maybe at Calvin College. Where? Ferris College. Ferris State. There you go, Macy lines it down the left field line, and she gets a base hit. Coming up to bat, number 13, senior, our senior spotlight player of the game, Lauren Steenstra.
Hey, step up third if we got it. Here we go, team. Hey, here we go, okay, here we go, okay.
We'll be talking about Lauren a little bit throughout this game as she hits a fly ball to left field. It's drifting foul, but it's caught. So it's a fly ball to the left fielder. That would be an F7. And that's the first out, as Anna remains at second and Macy's at first. Coming up to bat is The second baseman of this game is number 18. This is Brooke Hunterman. Brooke was the pitcher in the first game. The catcher had to go over to the dugout for something, some repair work on her face mask, it looks like. Pitcher Emily Goodhart's on deck. One out. Brooke is in the batter's box, and she hits one line drive down the line, but left field line, but it stayed foul.
Keep working, Kay. Here we go, man.
Brooke is a senior. Brooke had 9 strikeouts, I believe, in that first game. She did a great job pitching. Pitcher's up high, 1-1. Brooke is going to play it, Calvin. Another line drive, this time on the ground. Splits the on-deck batter and Coach Mikhail Heisinger. Ooh, just stayed high, just stayed outside. Mark Worley says it's a ball. The catcher held it there for an extra second or two, thinking it should be a strike. But it's the umpire that counts. There's a fly ball to right field, and it's going to be caught. Getting back to first and tagging, going to third is Anna. Anna's going to stay at third, and now tagging up and going to second is Macy Verbeek. So Brooke flies out for the second out, and Emily Goodhart is a sophomore. Right over the top of us and out of play. Sophomore Carson Balmer on deck. Ball high, 1-1. Down in the dirt, nice stop by Tori Decker, the catcher for Unity Christian, and Coach Dave Vandermeer. High and outside.
Hey, good work, Kay, good work, Kay.
Ball 4. It's a walk. It's the first walk of the day. There were no walks in the first game at all. First base on balls. What's that? It is. Very good softball when you don't walk anybody. The bases are loaded. And we're going to have time out right now as that line drive went off the shin, the ankle area of the pitcher. That's Casey Vanderveen. The coach is coming out. We're going to give that's Carson Balmer, the first baseman. Where's number 7? We're going to give her a base hit on that. And Anna Zoot comes in to score, and they're going to check and see if her leg is okay. You're going to give her a pitch or two to, that was a shot, a one bouncer off her, just around the ankle area. Scooted over toward between first and second. And we're going to give a base hit to Carson. We're going to toe the rubber here one more time. And Casey gives Mark Worley, the home plate umpire, the thumbs up, says I'm good. A base hit ties the score, 1-1. And up to date is, or up to bat is Caitlin. Over to first, it's a shortstop to first base put out for out number 3. But not before Calvin ties it up. 1-1 here in the first inning on WCET TV.
It's time to experience the flavor of Russo's Pizzeria. Pickup, delivery, and catering available. Proudly serving you since 1953. With generations of recipes to satisfy any craving, we're ready to make your next meal. Call us up or stop in the corner of 44th and Burlingame to get your piece of the action today.
Well, I guess her ankle or foot is not too bad because number 21 for Coach Dave Vandermeer and Unity Christian, Kaylee Vanderveen, just came in and stroked a home run over the right center field fence for a 2-1 score. 1 run on that one, solo shot, but she had just gotten hit on her ankle area, right where there's no meat on the bone, and came up and stroked a home run for Unity Christian. I think I've been saying KC Vanderveen, it's actually Kaylee, and I thank the scorekeeper here for pointing that out to me, but when he looked at the score sheet, or the roster, the scorecard, whatever you call this thing, this lineup card, there we go, he could see where it looked like K with a C-E-E, but it's a L-E-E. So Kaylee Van Der Veen, the pitcher, just stroked a home run. She's a sophomore and gives Unity a 2-1 lead. Up to bat now is Olivia Miller. Olivia is a center fielder. There's a shot into right center field for a base hit. Olivia's on. Lauren Hermance, H-E-R-M-A-N-C-E, Hermance. The right fielder is where's number 10? She's a junior. She did not play to the best of my knowledge in the first game, and she's got a flare into right center field. And Miller goes all the way to third on another base hit. That's 3 hits in a row, 2 base hits after the home run. And taking third is Olivia Miller. Molly Versluis, the freshman, wears number 27. Molly in that first game had a home run. She's a nice, tall young lady. Plays left field for Coach Dave Vandermeer. I can see why she's on the varsity. And that one's got a nice shot out to the outfield, tracking it down the center fielder, tagging and scoring on a sac fly. Is Olivia Miller. And tagging and going to second base is Lauren Hermance.
Make it a little easier on yourself, you know.
That's the first out. And our WCET Russo's Pizza senior spotlight player from the first game, Ashley Valdire, is up to bat here in the second inning. She got a base hit to lead off the game, then was put out at second base on a fielder's choice. 2 balls to Ashley. We're in the second inning. It's 3-1. And Ashley drills one down the left field line. Dave Vandermeer, the coach, tried to kick it, get a kick save. He didn't get it. And our second game, WCET Russo's Pizza senior spotlight player, shortstop Lauren Steenstra, picked that one up. 3 balls and 1 strike to Ashley. Ball 4, base on balls. After having none in the first game, we've had 2 now here in this game. 1 in the first inning, 1 in the second inning. Calvin Christian had a base on balls in that first inning. One ball. That's a strike right across the plate to number 24, Allie Lubin. Sorry, Allie, I think I was saying Lubin the whole first game, and maybe right at the beginning of this game, but it's Allie Lubin playing second base. First time up. Allie got to second and scored. She went to second on a wild pitch. She have a base hit in that first inning? You remember, Dave? Yeah. I don't either. Hey, sir. Did she get a hit in the first inning, you know? Yeah. Okay. Line drive down the third baseline, but foul. And it's a full count on Allie Lubin. I've got her on in the first inning scoring, but I don't have how she got on.
Yeah, there you go.
I know that she's up in the second inning, though, with a runner at first. There's a fly ball to deep center field. Oh. Steenstra cut that off. If she would have let it go to third, it possibly would have been an out, as the runners both tagged up and moved up.
It's so lovely. She just knows. Yes, yeah. She goes, airplane. It's like a dive.
That's a second out here as Tori Decker, the catcher, senior, number 2, is up.
I need to start getting ready.
She had a base hit in the first inning. And then she was forced out on a fielder's choice at second base. 4-6, second base to shortstop. Tori's up. And another foul ball down the third baseline. There's runners on first and second. Ashley Valdire's on second. And Lauren Hermance is on third as they both tagged up on that long fly ball to center field. Line drive or ground out, 6-4 or 6-3 as the put out is made on Tori Decker for the third out of the second inning. Let's see, we had a home run, 1-2 base hits, and a base on balls. Had 2 runners left on base. After 1.5 innings of play, it's now 3-0 as 2 runs scored in that inning. So 2 runs on 3 hits. Did I say 3-0?
Yeah, right.
No, it's 3-1. Did I say 3-0? Yeah, it's 3-1. I'm still getting everything. I'm still getting everything to in between games. Had to get the senior spotlight players' information and get the roster or the lineup cards from the coaches and write them all down.
Taiwan.
And Taiwan's the bad one, right?
Yeah, they're like really plasticky
Hang on a
almost.
minute, let me find it here. Okay. We've got number 10. Let's see here who these girls are. I'm still writing in the... You can go ahead and hang on to that if you want for a minute. Number 10 is Andrea. Andrea Deemer will be your leadoff batter here. Getting ready for the bottom of the second inning. Pop up and it's caught right over the fence in front of the dugout for a pop-up to the second baseman. Number 22 made an excellent catch just now. That is Julia Bremer. I think it's Bremer. Number 1 now, Ella Walcott, is a left fielder. And she hits it to short, over to first. Easy 6-3 put out. Number 5, Anna Zook is up. This game, Andrea Deemer is the DP, designated player. The flex player is the center fielder. Anna, first pitch, over to first, shortstop to first, and that was Ashley Valdire to the first baseman once again. Julia Bremer is in on all 3 of those plays as she caught the pop-up in foul territory and then was the recipient of the throw. And another 6-3 put out and no runs in that inning, no hits. Nobody left on base, and after 2 innings, it's 3-1 in favor of Unity Christian.
It's time to experience the flavor of Russo's Pizzeria. Pickup, delivery, and catering available. Proudly serving you since 1953. With generations of recipes to satisfy any craving, we're ready to make your next meal. Call us up or stop in the corner of 44th and Burlingame to get your piece of the action today.
good. Well, we got one of the neighbors' dogs here as we come back to play here at the top of the third inning. One of the neighbors' dogs is barking out some orders to the Calvin Christian girls here at Calvin Christian High School for this WCET extravaganza and a Russo's Pizza night. Our first batter here in the third inning for Unity Christian is number 22, Julia Bremer. Julia was in on all of that. And then she's going to slice one over to left field, and they're telling her to take two, and she's going to go into second base with a stand-up double. She slices one over to left field and keeps running. Two-base hit for Julia. So she made a great catch over the fence in front of the dugout for the first out of the last inning, and then had two 6-3 putouts. There's a tapper in front of the base. Macy Verbeek pounces on it. And now she's going to tag, and no, nice slide around Macy. And in to score is Julia Bremer. That's a 2-3 putout, and Julia comes in to score. What nice base running. That was her inning here. And the dog is still barking out orders. Throw to first got her out at first, but then first baseman Carson Balmer didn't get it back to Macy quick enough, and Julie just made one heck of a slide around Macy and then slapped the base with her hand. I think we're going to get a runner here for number 21. Number 7 is going to come out and, well, oh, I tell you, when it rains, it pours for the pitcher. Kaylee, we got her name right, calling her Casey. Now we got her down to Kaylee, and she gets hit on a 2-bouncer in front of the, from the pitcher, hits her in the other ankle. So she's going to take a break, and number 7 is going to come in and be the pinch or the courtesy runner for her. That's Mackenzie Kaminga. Mackenzie's a 9th grader. So that's a hit by the pitch. Ooh, nice back pick by Macy. Didn't quite get her, but Balmer got that tag down real quick, but Mackenzie got her hand back in. Line drive for Bush. Olivia Miller. As Olivia Miller, the center fielder, gets a line drive base hit. And going to third, sliding in head first, getting a pants full of dirt. She had to shake the dirt out of her pants there, is Kaylee Vanderveen's runner, Mackenzie Kaminga. So Mackenzie's now at third. Ball in the dirt. Good stop by Macy, but it's a wild pitch. Taking second on the wild pitch is Olivia Miller. Line drive to first base. Nope, it's a catch, it's a catch. She was transferring it. I'm sure they're going to call that a catch. She was going to try to throw and back pick number 7 over at third, and it's just getting colder out here, and that's probably a cold hand there by Balmer, but that's a line drive. That was Lauren Hermans. That's the second out of the inning. So they rule that a line drive out, and the ball was dropped when she was trying to transfer out of her glove into her throwing hand to try to throw a runner out at third. Up to bat now is Molly Versluis. Molly's a freshman. She had a sac fly in the first. Runners at second and third. Molly can pick up a couple RBIs. She can get a base hit here. Pitch came in high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We've got 2 outs here in the top of the third. Unity Christian is up on top already, 4-1. I'm Andrew Kovac with Dave Houtsma, the official scorekeeper, helping the press box. And the first baseman, Carson Balmer, with the putout. Yeah, I know. Well, there was 1 run in that inning with 2 hits and 2 people left on base. After 2.5 innings of play, it's 4-1 in favor of the Crusaders from Unity Christian over in Hudsonville. Well, that's 7 base hits so far, or 7 hits, not necessarily all base hits. One was a double by Julia Bremer. One was a home run by Kaylee Vanderveen. We've had 1 base on balls for each team and 1 hit by the pitch. That was also Kaylee Vanderveen. Mackenzie Kaminga came in to run for her. And Calvin Christian is now up in the bottom of the 3rd inning. They trail 4-1. Another bouncer to Ashley Valdire, and she puts another one away. I think they can figure out that Ashley knows how to catch. That was Macy Verbeek grounding out 6-3. For the first out of the 3rd inning. Lauren Steenstra is up. She's our Russo's Pizza WCET senior spotlight player. As soon as I can get all caught up, we'll tell you a little bit about Lauren. Had a nice chat with her while she ate her, I don't know if they call it supper or just a between game snack. Just went on that side of the bag. From here, it looked like it could have been fair, but right down the line is Mark Worley, the home plate umpire, been officiating for 10 years. He's out of Holland. He used to be the athletic director at Zeeland West. He was emphatic. He was right down the line, and it just missed going over the bag. Steenstra with a 2-strike count. And now she's going to hit one over toward the dog, but it got knocked down by the netting. The assistant coach, Ben Verbeek, fires it in. That's Macy's dad, Brooke's dad, Brooklyn. There's a fly ball. All the way to the fence. It was a long fly ball to the outfielder for the center fielder. Let's see who's that center fielder for. That's Olivia Miller out there for the 2nd out. Up to bat, Brooke Hunterman. Brooke is playing second base. She pitched in that first game, had 9 strikeouts, and it's a ball on the inside. Brooke flew out to the right fielder in the first inning. Here she is in the 3rd inning. Ball's in high. Nobody on base. Brooks looking to slap a hit someplace. It's going to be outside. It's going to be ball 3. Kaylee Vanderveen's in jeopardy of walking Brooke here. Kaylee's been hitting both legs now. And it's going to be ball 4 on 4 pitches. It's 2 base on balls for Calvin Christian. And Brooke is at first base with Emily Goodhart, the second game's pitcher. And that too is a little bit high. Emily had a base on balls in the first inning. She's a sophomore for Coach Mikhail Heisinga and the Squires. There's a little flare, it's gonna be caught. Had a lot of backspin on it out to second base. We'll call that a pop-up to the number 4 for 3 outs. So no runs, no hits, 1 base on ball. That player's left on the bases, and after 3 innings, it's 4-1 in favor of the Crusaders. We'll take a break here on WCET TV.
It's time to experience the flavor of Russo's Pizzeria. Pickup, delivery, and catering available. Proudly serving you since 1953. With generations of recipes to satisfy any craving, we're ready to make your next meal. Call us up or stop in the corner of 44th and Burlingame to get your piece of the action today.
Welcome back to Calvin Christian High School, home of the Squires in this WCET Russo's Pizza softball varsity style extravaganza. I'm Andrew Kovac in the press box behind home plate with Dad, Dave Houtsma. Did I say that right? Houtsma. Yeah, I did. His daughter is on the bench right now. She's not yet in the game, but he was kind of roped into helping us in the second game, and instead of being totally roped in, he decided to volunteer. And there we have a pop-up by Ashley Valdire to the shortstop, Lauren Steenstra. Each of those 2 girls were our senior spotlight players of the game today. Ashley in the first game, and we'll be talking to you a little bit about Lauren here after this half inning. We're in the 4th inning with 1 out. Up to bat is Allie Lubin. Allie got on base in the first inning. Don't know how, but she went to second on a wild pitch and flew out to the center fielder, Grace Walcott, the flex. And this time she strokes one into right field, right center field for a base hit for Lubin. That's the 8th hit here in the 4th inning already, or not in the 4th inning, the 8th hit in the game, and we're only in the 4th inning for Dave Vandermeer's Unity Christian Crusaders. There's a strike right across the letters to number 2, Tori Decker, the catcher. Tori had a base hit, was forced out at second on a fielder's choice in the first. She bounced out to the shortstop in the second, and here she is in the 4th with a strike 2 count. Tori's done some great catching here today for the Crusaders. Ball bounced in the dirt. Nice stop by Macy Verbeek. Both of these catchers have done an excellent job here today. their biggest job is to make sure the umpire does not get hurt. That's a strike right across the letters. It was a floater, came across and sailed up a little bit right there in the strike zone for a strikeout of Corey Decker. And that's the second out of the inning for the Crusaders. And up to bat, number 22, Julia Bremer. Julia had a double last time, came around and scored on a line drive or a put out second to, or excuse me, catcher to first. And she came around and scored. There's a pop-up, and it's gonna go foul just over the outstretched arms of the third baseman, number 5, Anna Zoot. We want to welcome all of you to this WCET extravaganza between Unity Christian Crusaders and the Calvin Christian Squires. Both of these schools are WCET schools. We cover both towns, or both school systems in football, basketball. Here we are in softball. I know we do baseball games with the boys. It's 4-1 here in the 4th inning. Runner on first. 2-1 count. Safe. Stolen base. That's the first stolen base here in the second game. And Lubin takes second on a stolen base. A changeup gets Julia Bremer swinging. It's another K, another strikeout, and it's the third out of the inning for the Crusaders. That's the, I believe that's the first strikeout here. Let me just double check. Yeah, there were 2 that inning. It's the first 2 strikeouts of the game for Unity Christian. Not in this game. Dave was saying there's not a lot of strikeouts so far in this game. There were quite a few in that first game. In that first game, I know there were 9 and maybe 6. Trying to find my page here on Lauren Steenstra, the Russo's Pizza WCET senior spotlight player. In that first game, there were 9 strikeouts against Unity batters, and Calvin Christian batters struck out 6 times. There were 15 strikeouts in that first one. There's my page. Lauren Steenstra wears number 13. Lucky number 13. Her mom is Delyn, her dad is Richard. Both have the same last name, Steenstraw. And that's all we're gonna tell you as we get ready to start the second half, or the bottom half of this 4th inning. Another ground ball, and this time Ashley couldn't quite handle it. And getting on first base, there's a pop-up. Second base says, I got it, I got it, I got it, and she catches it. Caitlin Van Dyken, nope, take it back. Yeah, I'm trying to find number 24. Allie Lubin was the second baseman. There's one right back here at the screen. Number 10 is our batter here. That's Andrea Deemer. So that was a pop-up to the 4 for the, because Ballmer's on first base here. Strike right across the letters to Andrea. And down on strikes is Andrea Deemer here in the 4th inning. So we're going to give Valdire an error on that last one. She bobbled the ball right off her glove. Safe at first is Carson. There's a possible bunt, but it's going to go foul. That's number 1, Ella Walcott. She's a left fielder. Twin sister, Grace, is the DP flex. Grace is not batting this time. Andrea Deemer is batting for Grace. And Andrea just struck out. There's a pop-up. That's a fair ball. Ooh, 2 errors in this inning, unlike the Crusaders. That should have been a pop-up. Both the first baseman and the second baseman were calling it, but it was right by the first base bag. And number 22, Julia Bremer, saying, I should have had it. But it's an error that both runners move up to second and third. Carson moves all the way over to third. There's a base hit up the middle. 2 runs should, oh no, they're gonna hold her at third. Coach Mikhail Heisinga held up Ella Walcott at third. Why would she do that? Oh, okay. Dave's saying she did that because Macy's at bat and Macy should get a hit here. And, oh, they're going to throw it and coming in to score. So let's see, we got Anna. Well, let me see what happened here. Anna got the base hit, okay. 1 hit there, 1 here. Okay, Anna stole second. So we got to give a stolen base written down. We've got Carson Balmer comes in to score. Over there, and now Ella Walcott comes in to score over here. So, all caught up here. Anna Zoot now at second base on that stolen base. And Macy hits one down the left field line, foul. So what happened on that play was Anna Zoot is credited with a stolen base. And then coming home, technically I guess it's a second stolen base for Ella Walcott, who stole home on the throwback. So credit Calvin Christian with 2 stolen bases. And Macy now, Macy Verbeek. The catcher wears number 4. She's a junior. She had a base hit in the first. And scoops to third, fires at the first, and Macy's out. That's a 5-3 put out in the 4th inning. After 4 innings of play, it's now 4-3 in favor of the Crusaders. We'll take a break here on WCET TV.
It's time to experience the flavor of Russo's Pizzeria. Pickup, delivery, and catering available. Proudly serving you since 1953. With generations of recipes to satisfy any craving, we're ready to make your next meal. Call us up or stop in the corner of 44th and Burlingame to get your piece of the action today.
Yellow peppers that are not hot and pepperoni. See me after the game because I have a whole pizza because my broadcast partner ordered that. Welcome back to Granville High School, home of the Squires and this WCET Russo's Pizza varsity softball doubleheader extravaganza. I'm Andrew Kovac with Dave Houtsma, our scorekeeper up here. He's also helping me spot and keep track of what's going on, giving me the lowdown on some of these players as we get ready to start the 5th inning here. Natalie Bush, where's number 3? She's a junior, plays third base, and she hits a towering fly ball to our Russo's Pizza WCET senior spotlight player, shortstop, Lauren Steenstraw. We'll talk a little bit about Lauren here after this half inning is over. 1 out as Kaylee Vanderveen is up. Hit a home run in the second, got hit by the pitch. She had taken a line drive off her right leg and then got hit by the pitch on her left leg. This time third base to first, that's Anna Zoot. Takes a 5-3 put out. Nice scoop there by Anna Zoot, who wears a face mask to protect her face. Everybody's wearing a face mask on the infield except for the shortstop, our senior spotlight player, Lauren Steenstra. There's 2 outs now. Pop up to the shortstop and bounce out from third base over to first. 1 ball to Olivia Miller. There's a base hit. That's the 9th base hit for Unity Christian. They had 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third, and 1 in the fourth, now 1 here in the 5th. So they've had a hit in each of the innings. There's going to be a lot of spin on that ball. The backspin's going to take it to foul territory for just nothing going foul ball. No damage done on that one. As far as Calvin Christian's concerned, Lauren is trying to make it big damage with a runner at first. Possible stolen base, and it's going to be a put out. That's 2nd to 6. 2 to 6 for the put out. That's the 3rd out of the inning. And after 4.5 innings of play, it's 4-3. In favor of the Crusaders. Yeah. Coming into the bottom of the 5th inning, Calvin Christian will be bringing to the plate Lauren Steenstra. She's a senior, wears number 13, plays shortstop. Brooke Hunterman will be following her, and Emily Goodhart will be the 3rd batter. Lauren, we said her mom and dad were Delyn and Richard. She's got a sibling that's a 22-year-old senior at Fair State University. That's Brandon. Morgan is her older sister. She's a sophomore at Davenport. She's played softball for 9 years and been on the varsity all 4 years of her high school career, even though one was a shortened year with the COVID. Didn't really have any games. They had some practice, but she's on the varsity team for 4 years. She also played basketball her freshman year, and her freshman and sophomore year, she played volleyball. She's a travel ball player, plays for the Diamonds. Her favorite class is Spanish, a little bit of Espanol, and her favorite teacher, Mr. Jewett. Very impressive grade point average, 4.0. When I asked her if I was invited to her graduation party, she said, sure. Right on cue, off the fence for a double for Lauren Steenstra to lead off the bottom half of the 5th inning. That brings the Calvin Christian people to life.
Also this one too.
Up to bat now is Brooke Hunterman, second baseman. She pitched in that first game, had 9 putouts. Oh, that one fell right between the thing, right in front of me. I could have caught that one, literally, because it's behind the fence. Somebody will grab that ball and send it back into the umpire, I hope. Yeah, we got somebody getting on it here. What's that? Anna. Whoops, my papers are flying here.
Hey, good picture.
Oh, okay, I got what you're saying. Anna Zoot's grandpa retrieved that ball, took it back into the umpire. That was a ball up high. There's a bouncer up the middle, fielded by the shortstop, fires to first. Got her out on a bang-bang play. Just got her. Going over to third base is Lauren on a beautiful 6-3 putout. For the first out of the inning, Emily Goodhart, pitcher, up to bat. Brooke Hunterman had flown out to right field and had a base on balls. And again, I'm ducking. Why I duck when there's a big screen in front of me, I don't know. It's just a reaction, I guess. Now I understand what all you parents do out there while I'm umpiring. Because trust me, I laugh at every one of you when you duck when you're behind the screen. Emily Goodhart hits a long one. Is it gonna go? It's gonna stay in the wind. Tagging, however, to tie up the game on a sac fly is Emily Goodhart's sac fly. And coming in to score is Lauren Steenstra, our Russo's Pizza senior spotlight player. Give her a sac fly on that one for out number 2. We're all tied up here, 4-4. As Coach Dave Vandermeer's center fielder went to the fence on that one, and the wind held it up, I want to say. It looked like it might have a chance. Actually, those last two from Lauren and Emily had chances of getting out of here, but the wind has picked it up a little bit because I know it's blowing my papers. I've got a cell phone holding some down, my arms on the left side papers, and my hands on the right side papers. And our game time temperature was 54. It's dropped down to the first game time temperature of 53. There's another foul ball right back here. I'm being told there's a light rain falling right now, according to our cameraman up above the truck in the cage. There's a pop-up. Is it going to get out of play? It's out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carson Baumer's first baseman, wears number 7. She's a sophomore. Had a base hit in the first. She was safe on the Ashley Valdire error. Ashley has another chance at her though right here and gets it scooped and throws her out. This time Ashley makes the play on her on a nice 6-3 put out. I think by now Calvin Christian should figure out that Ashley knows how to play ball. So after 5 complete innings, we're all tied up 4-4 here on WCET TV.
It's time to experience the flavor of Russo's Pizzeria. Pickup, delivery, and catering available. Proudly serving you since 1953. With generations of recipes to satisfy any craving, we're ready to make your next meal. Call us up or stop in the corner of 44th and Burlingame to get your piece of the action today.
Getting ready to go here in the top of the 6th inning. I'm Andrew Kovac with Dave Houtsma, our scorekeeper. We're behind home plate in the, I guess we could call this the press box. It needs to have some walls and some heat. It's 53 degrees out here. But I did learn how to dress warm, and there's another one that hit the screen and into the bleachers. It hits that netting and it falls over the top of the fence. Ball in the dirt, knocked down by Macy. Number 18 is well, let's just put it this way. We have another pitcher here. I want to say Brooke is back in it pitching, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I missed Brooke coming in. She's pitching in the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, and now in the 6th. And did Emily go over to second base?
Here we go, Lauren. Come on, Tyler.
That looks like Emily at second base. Emily Goodhart, the original pitcher. There's a ground ball. Anna Zoot fires it over to first. Gets the first out of the inning here for the Squires. I tell you what, Dave, the third baseman and the shortstop on both these teams have been very active. Anna's done a great job for Calvin Christian on defense.
Let's go, Marty. Let's go, Marty.
There's another one. Bangs are out. Russo's Pizza, WCET Senior Spotlight player.
That's a great hustle, kid. Right now,
That is Lauren Steenstraw. Grabbed that ball with her bare hand after it got by Anna Zoot. Fired it to first for the 6-3 putout. What a putout. Oh my, that was just getting Molly Versluis at first base. And here was game number 1's Senior Spotlight player, Ashley Valdire, up here in the 6th inning with 2 outs. Ashley had a ball, or a base hit in the 1st, was safe on or got a base on balls in the 3rd. In the 4th, she popped up to the shortstop, and right now she's got a pitch that comes right across the letters, right across the middle of the plate. Fastball for a call strike. It's 1-1. That one's high. Anna's not real tall. She's got to be about 4'5", maybe 4'8". What do you think, Dave? How tall is she? 5 feet? She's no 5'2", though, I can tell you that. She's stretching at 5 feet. I got her at 4'11". But I'll tell you what, this is a great, well, my daughter's 6 foot, but she'll tell you she's 5'11" and 3/4. She never wanted to be 6 foot. But I tell you what, this is a great game, softball and baseball. It doesn't matter how big you are. She's a 5-footer and just slapped one to right field for a base hit. This one slapped down the left or right field line, slicing foul. And that is Dave Vandermeer's girls' 10th hit of this 2nd game. They have had a hit in every inning. 2 in the 1st, 3 in the 2nd. Caught stealing. It's going to be a 2-3 put out. Or a 2-6, excuse me. And that's the third out. So after 5.5 innings of play, it's 4-4. Calvin Christian coming up. They're trying to not get swept in this doubleheader. They lost the first game 7-2, and that took Unity Christian to 10-3. Gave Calvin their first loss at 7-1 or 7-1 now. They're all tied up here. They're trying to split this one. A little bit more here about that senior spotlight player, Lauren Steenstra. Lauren's plans for next year are to go to college in Iowa. She's going to go to Dort College, D-O-R-D-T. She's going to play softball, and she's going to major in elementary education and Spanish. Can you wonder why? Her favorite class is Spanish. That one went over to the house, the neighbor, the backyard neighbor. Bouncer. Again, Ashley knows what she's doing as number 7 is in the pitch now. That's Mackenzie Kaminga. She came in and pitched in that first game and did a great job finishing off the Calvin Christian Squires. She's only a 9th grader. There's one right back at us. Let's see, that was a 6-3 put out as Mackenzie got her glove on it, and it deflected over to Ashley at shortstop, who fired her out for a 1-6-3 put out. And the first out of the 2nd inning, or the 6th inning. Number 10, Andrea Deemer, popped up in the to the first baseman in the 2nd inning, was called out on strikes in the 4th inning. This time she hits a nubber, a lot of spin, picked up by the first baseman. So that's an unassisted put out by the first baseman. For the 2nd out of the inning. Up to bat now, number 1, Ella Walcott, the twin sister of the center fielder, who is the flex player, Grace Walcott. Her older brother, Eli, was our scorekeeper in the 1st inning, or the 1st game. We thank Eli for his help. We thank Dave Houtsma for his help here in the 2nd game. There's a push bunt, and it's gonna go foul. Trying to get on with a push bunt was Ella Walcott. Just going to be a strike. There's a swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout. Ella Walcott strikes out for the 3rd out of the game, and that's Calvin Christian's 3rd strikeout of the game. 3rd out of the 6th inning. It's 4-4. We're going to take a break here on WCET TV.
It's time to experience the flavor of Russo's Pizzeria. Pickup, delivery, and catering available. Proudly serving you since 1953. With generations of recipes to satisfy any craving, we're ready to make your next meal. Call us up or stop in the corner of 44th and Burlingame to get your piece of the action today.
I can watch all the recaps of games and stuff. It's a great channel. best gifts I could get ever get. I was a kindergarten kid at 61 when Mayor said 61 homes. And so my dad, me, I'll tell you more. Starting the 7th inning here at Calvin Christian High School is number 24 for the Unity Christian Crusaders. They're looking at getting this tie broke. It's all tied up here as we start the 7th, 4-4. And number 24 is your leadoff batter. That's Allie Lubin. Allie was on base in the first inning, went to second on a wild pitch. She flew out to the center fielder, got a base hit. Got a base hit in the 4th inning and stole second. And just now in the 7th inning, it's another put out to the left side of the infield. This time it's 6-3 by Lauren Steenstra, Russo's Pizza, WCET, senior spotlight player. When I asked Lauren what her extracurricular activities were, such as, well, let's get this ground out to third base, over to first. I tell you what, that left field side is being heavily inundated on both teams. When I asked her what kind of extracurricular activities she did, such as church, clubs, dance, youth group, etc., she said, I don't do a bunch of anything outside of schoolwork. And she and her teammates and I all agreed she's just kind of a boring person. But there she's got another ground ball, fires it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Squires. Wow. A 6-3, a 5-3, and a 6-3 put out for 1, 2, and 3 outs. And Calvin Christian will be coming up trying to get one run to walk it off. Dave Vandermeer and his Unity Christian Crusaders will try to say, no way, let's go to extra innings. It's 4-4 here in the bottom of the 7th. So we all kind of agreed that Lauren Steenster was kind of a boring person outside of school. But with a 4.0 grade point, I think she probably does a lot of studying in her spare time. Her favorite movie, I didn't even know this was a movie, but she confirmed it really was, is the High School Musical 3. Her favorite restaurant, when she gave me the answer, her teammates had rejoined us in the dugout in between innings, and they all went, really? When she said her favorite restaurant was Russ's. Of course, we all know that that's the favorite restaurant of all Dutch people. And her, if she could go to dinner with anybody dead or alive, she said it would be Zac Efron. And Zac is the star of High School Musical 3. And I asked her why she would pick him, and she fluttered her eyes a little bit and said, he's really cute. Up to bat here in the 7th inning for the Calvin Christian Squires is number 5, freshman, third baseman, Anna Zoot. Anna's going to pop it out to center fielder. It's going to be caught by the center fielder for a long fly ball. And that's one out. When we asked Lauren who her best friend is for the last year, it's been Caitlin Van Dyken. When I asked her why that made her best friend, she said because she's really nice. They have some good times together, talking, chatting. We've got one out. There's a pop-up. It's going to be caught by the second baseman. For out number 2, that was Macy Verbeek popping it up. Macy had a base hit in the first, grounded out to short in the third, grounded out to third in the fourth, and now in the 7th, popped it up. And if we're not going to go to extra innings, it's going to be up to our Russo's Pizza spotlight player of the game, Lauren Steenstra. And she hits one out to right field, and it's going to be caught by the right fielder, making a nice over-the-shoulder catch. So that's a F9, and that takes us to the end of the 7th inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. After 7 complete innings, it's 4-4. We're going to take a break here on WCET TV.
It's time to experience the flavor of Russo's Pizzeria. Pickup, delivery, and catering available. Proudly serving you since 1953. With generations of recipes to satisfy any craving, we're ready to make your next meal. Call us up or stop in the corner of 44th and Burlingame to get your piece of the action today.
We're heading into the 8th inning here at Calvin Christian High School, home of the Squires in this WCET and Russo's Pizza varsity softball doubleheader extravaganza. I'm Andrew Kovac, calling play-by-play in all of the color because my partner for tonight that was going to work with me got the flu earlier today. Not the COVID, just the flu, and couldn't make it. So fortunately, I've had Dave Houtsman. His daughter is on the bench for Calvin Christian, but Dave's been the scorekeeper, and he's helped me out here a little bit. If you'd like to be a part of a WCET extravaganza, get a hold of Ben Fridsma, our station sports director, at 669-3332, 669-3332, or talk to our new station manager, Kurt Wilson. There's a pop-up, and it's going to be out of play over here, right behind us. We want to welcome Kurt Wilson. He's a Michigan guy originally, but was in North Carolina for a while. We're starting the 8th inning. We have a runner at second base. If that runner were to score, it would not be an earned run because she gets Unity Christian puts the last batted out of the last inning on second base. It's the tiebreaker. We've got a 1-ball, 2-strike count on number 3. That's Natalie Bush. I think it might be Julia Bremer at second base, as she was the last out of the last inning. It is number 22, Julia Bremer. And that's a base hit up the middle. Walcott scoops it up, fires it home. And scoring. And safe at second. So Julia Bremer starts the 8th inning at second. Natalie Bush gets a base hit up the middle. And that's the 11th hit. They broke their streak in the 7th. They did not get a hit in the 7th inning. In the 8th inning, they now have a hit. So the only time Coach Dave Vandermeer's girls have not gotten a hit is in the 8th inning. They had 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, 1 now in the 8th inning that has scored. The runner that goes to second base, Julia Bremer, and on the throw to home, Natalie Bush took second base. Another base hit that falls in front of Walcott out in center field, and that was Mackenzie Kaminga. Mackenzie gets a base hit. That's the 12th hit. And that moves Bush to third. Stealing second is Kaminga. Second stolen base in this game for the Crusaders. Nice play by the third baseman. That's Anna Zoot, grabs the ball, dives in the air, tags the back leg of number 3, Natalie Bush, for a putout. The first out of the inning, safe at first on a fielder's choice, is Olivia Miller. Number 10, Lauren Hermans, the right fielder, is up. Lauren had a base hit in the second inning. She hit a line drive to the first baseman in the third inning. She pops a foul ball out of play right now. She also bounced out to the third baseman in the sixth inning, and here she is with runners at first and second now with 1 out. Lauren Hermans, a junior, wears number 10 and plays right field. She had a really nice over-the-shoulder catch on our Russo's Pizza WCET senior spotlight player, Lauren Steenstra, to end the regulation play of 7 innings. There was she barely touches the ball just now for a foul ball. Runners have to go back. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lauren. She kept this game into the 8th inning by making that catch out in right field, and she just strikes out for the second out of the inning. 27, what did he say? 27 is coming in. That's another strikeout. That's the 4th strikeout for, oh, excuse me. Is that Unity Christian's first strikeout of the game? 1, 2. That should be the 3rd strikeout for them. Because they had 2 strikeouts in the 4th inning. Nothing in the 5th, nothing in the 6th. So that's the 3rd strikeout. Number 27 is batting for Molly Versluis. Oh no, that is Molly. She maybe had come out and I didn't see it, but she's in there anyway right now. Molly Versluis is a freshman. She had a home run in the first game. She's up now with 2 outs. It's 5-4. Unity has taken the lead. And there's a flare right on the line. It's going to score at least 1. What a flare. She picked it up. You couldn't throw it and hit that line any better. Molly with a nice base hit. And the 13th hit for Coach Dave Vandermeer's Crusaders. Moving over to third is number 5, Olivia Miller. Coming in to score was Natalie Bush coming in to score was Mackenzie Kamenga. Right, they got 2 that inning, right? Okay. Okay, let's see here. So she came in to score, they got 2. Now 6-4 here as we come into the bottom half of the 8th inning. The Crusaders have taken the lead as Calvin Christian now puts Lauren Steenstra, our senior spotlight player of the game, on second base. Ball outside to number 18, Brooke Hunterman. Oh, that's a wild pass ball by the catcher there. It's the first one of those that we've seen. And that sends Steenstra over to third. 2 balls to Hunterman. There's one right back at my face. when we talked to Steenstra about who she would like to pass her jersey down to, what underclassmen, she said, well, of course it would be that third baseman, Anna Zoot. And what's her favorite meal and who makes it? It's TikTok chicken made by her mom. Apparently, mom got a recipe off TikTok, and her favorite meal is TikTok chicken. What does she do when she's just hanging out? She watches Netflix. She's standing on third base right now. There's a pop-up to the third baseman. Steenstra's going to stand on third as that pop-up by Hunterman is the first out of the inning. When we asked Lauren what her favorite vacation spot is, she said it was the Dominican. And doing all that Spanish that she has works out well when she goes to the Dominican. Another foul ball right back here, and it's stuck right in the screen, right above my head. Somebody's gonna have to throw a baseball at, or a softball at that, knock it down. When we asked Lauren what are two things on her bucket list, she said she wants to watch Oklahoma play softball, and she'll be close to it when she goes to Wyoming, or when she goes to, that one's right here behind us in the booth, Dave. It hit the net and it came across. If somebody got us a baseball bat, we could knock that one down. She wants to go to Oklahoma and watch Oklahoma softball play, and she'll be close when she's playing at Dort in Iowa. It's a strikeout right there. Emily Goodhart strikes out for out number 2. Well, finishing off with Lauren Steenstra, she wants to give a shout out. Oh wait, her other bucket list thing was to take all that Spanish she has learned and go to Spain. She wants to send a shout out because she talked about mom and the TikTok chicken. She wants to send a shout out to Dad, a shout out to Coach Tony, and a shout out to Coach Lubin. Calvin Christian's down to their final out. They've got 2 outs with Steenstra at third. It's a swing and a miss for strike 2. That's Carson Balmer. We're down to 1 strike. Balmer is a sophomore. She's got one off the fingertips. Throws it to first. Got her out on a banger. That's a 1-6-3 put out to end the game. Dave, who's our Russo's Pizza player of the game this time around? Oh my. You say who? Molly? Oh yeah, there you go. Molly Versluis, the freshman Molly Versluis for Coach Dave Vandermeer. Wears number 27, Molly, M-O-L-L-Y, or maybe it's M-O-L-Y, but Molly. Versluis, capital V-E-R, capital S-L-U-I-S, is the Russo's Pizza second game player of the game. And why Molly? Well, because Molly got the base hit that scored broke the tie. Our final score here is 6-4 in the second game. Unity Christian sweeps the Squires. They win 7-2 in the first one. In 8 innings, they had to take 8 innings as Calvin Christian came back and tied it up 4-4, and scoring 2 in the top of the 8th are the Crusaders. We want to congratulate Ashley Valdire for being the first ever WCET Russo's Pizza senior spotlight player, and the second ever being the bottom half of the doubleheader. Again, senior spotlight player, Lauren Steenstra. Both of these girls will get DVD copies of this game today as a reward for being the senior spotlight player of the game. Want to thank Eli Walcott in that first game for keeping score up here in the press box and helping me out. And a special thanks to Dave Houtsma for helping me here in the second game. Our final score is again 7-2 in the first game, 6-4 in the second game on a 53-degree weather. I'm Andrew Kovac, thanking all of you for watching us on Comcast number 25, Charter Cable 189, and AT&T Uverse 99. Thanks to Ben Fridsmar, sports director. Our station manager was here tonight with us, Kurt Wilson, and also Tyler Vincent was up in the camera for a while. Thanks for watching us on WCET. Keep us in mind as you check out the website, WCET-TV.org. Look us up on that website. Look at the schedule and tune in to another broadcast of WCET TV. Wishing everybody a good night and God bless. I'm Andrew Kovac saying bye now.